welcome back to my channel.
So,
I had a lot of requests to do another story time, which I love doing. I have so many stories. I have a ton of crazy stories. I have once been told that I should write a B-O-O-O-K. B-O-O-K. A book. I should write a book. Today's story time is proudly brought to you by me, yours truly. And this story time is going to be a little bit different. We've had a few drinks, so it's going to be a good one, girl. I'm excited for it. Yes. I'm trying not to eat Chick-fil-A every single day of my life. Turns out it's really hard. Let's get started, shall we? These are just gonna be little snippet stories. I've worked in retail, I've worked in the food industry, I've worked in the beauty industry. I've also, now I do like influencer stuff. I've worked at an office job at home. I've pretty much done everything. I've done it all. Cute. Which one should we start with? I have so many stories. Oh wait, these aren't even stories. What are these? These are just notes. Oh my gosh, I have to go get them. Okay. Gather around, my children. I have the stories to tell you. Oh, first of all, the first story. So this is when I worked at a beauty store. I am not saying what beauty store. I'm not saying who, what, when, where. So I was ringing this customer out, and the item came up a different price that she wasn't expecting it to be. She's like, oh, I thought that was only $5. Mind you, it's like a beach waiver. What do you mean $5? I was like, no, unfortunately this is like, I know it's at least 100. And she was like, oh, well, I found it right here, hanging clearly in the wrong spot, not even with hair care tools, hanging with random makeup. And I was like, yeah, unfortunately sometimes customers pick up items and place them other places. I was like, sorry about that. You know, it's obviously not $5. Like, I can't give it to you for that much. It wasn't actually a beach waiver. I don't know what it was. Maybe like a makeup palette or something that was like originally $40, but you get my point. I don't know. She was like, no, you need to respect your customers. You need to be loyal. You need to give it to me for this price. Acting like so entitled. I was like, whatever, bish. I want to speak to your manager. You're rude. No shit. Okay. I get my manager. She says the same thing to my manager. Lo and behold, my manager actually comps it for her and gives her the discounted price. And then once she leaves, I get called into the back office. Cute. And I am told that I should give the customer the discounted price because that is where they found the item. I said, wait. So if I found a $400 hair blow dryer placed in an area that says $5, then I give it to them for $5, and they were like, yeah. I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. That's not right. That makes you look stupid. Because I didn't know this was a free-for-all market where we all are just like going bamboozle. Oh my gosh, I just hit myself in the head. Okay, so that's that story. Moving on, next story. The next story is about when I worked in retail, and I was just going through the fitting rooms. I was working fitting rooms that day, so you just bring the clothes in and out, and you make sure to garment care them and put them back out on the floor. And I was going through the fitting rooms, minding my own business. I did like a sweep, so I was grabbing all the stuff out of the rooms. In this room, and I'm grabbing this stuff, and y'all are gonna think this is nasty, I don't care. I've literally never worn socks. Like, even when I was little, I never wore socks. I've never worn socks, okay? I'm just not a sock person. Unless it's really cold out, then I'll wear like the big fluffy ones, but like in the summer, I don't really wear socks, so. I go to grab these items and I notice that I hear a sloshing sound. I look down at my feet and I see yellow, not like clear water, like yellow water. I get all up in there. I get like this close and I start smelling it. Girl. Oh my God, no. My stomach is turned because I just stepped in pee. Why would someone pee in a fitting room, you ask? This thick, this big. Why would someone piss all over the fitting room? You know what? That's a good question, and I wish that people weren't heathens, but the bottom line is, the heathens. People actually pee on the sensors to deactivate them and get them off. So as you can imagine, there's a lot of empty hangers, a lot of pee, and a lot of my shoes sloshing pee between my toes. Ah! It was so gross. That was like probably one of the worst experiences I've ever had. This isn't like a whole story, but I went to get a shirt one time out of the fitting room, and it was like, there was like slime on it. Can you guess? Do I even have to say what it is? Okay, good. It was a white slime color that was like this big. People are nasty in the fitting rooms. They get down and freaky and dirty and gnarly and just gross. This is more of just a horror story for me. So I was working like late nights and I was really tired and I wasn't eating that well. I got this fancy ramen. I was like, ooh, I want to make this for lunch today. I want to see what this ramen is all about. It wasn't like a normal ramen. It was like a 5-packet legitimate Korean ramen. So I had to read the instructions very carefully. And since I was like being so intent on the instructions, I forgot a step. I forgot the most important step. And I put this ramen in the microwave. Sit down on my phone. All of a sudden, I'm surrounded by smoke. Ooh, there's a hawk outside. All of a sudden, I'm surrounded by smoke. My manager comes running out. I have no clue what's going on. She saw the whole thing unfold. It was my ramen that caught the microwave on fire. Ah! It was so embarrassing. I actually forgot to add the water. Literally the only step. There's like 2 steps. And I forgot to add the water. Like, are you kidding? The fire department came. They're like, who did this? And I'm like, can I go home? Can I go home? I'm so embarrassed. Oh my God. The whole store smelled like this disgusting burnt smell after that for probably like a week. Like all the clothes smelled terrible. So if you worked there when I did that, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Okay, next one. That same retail store I worked at, when I worked there, they actually ended up having a stabbing outside the store, had a shooting outside the store where we had to close down. Stabbing, I think, was after hours. I don't remember if it was stabbing or shooting, but like there was a stabbing and a shooting, and then there was also a protest one time. Life's wild, y'all. Oh, and then another time, 3 days in a row, someone called in a bomb threat and they kept saying that they wanted to murder all of us. Great. Thank you for taking such an interest in me. I really appreciate it. This is the best, hands down, the best story. On my last day of work, okay, it's my last day. I'm like ready to go. We're like closing. It's like 15 minutes or 20 minutes past close, but we can't close down the gate all the way because there's still people in the store. So once you're closed, like people can't come in. It's illegal. You can't come in. Don't do that. It's freaking rude. You had all day to shop, but now you want to come in after hours, or you want to come in when there's 5 minutes left. Unless it's like a really quick thing, just don't do it. Like, it's super freaking rude. That and like playing music in public and walking around like there's already music. Why do you need extra music? My last day, or my last week at this store, this group of 5 men walk in and I'm like, hey, sorry, we're closed. Breeze past me. Act like I wasn't there. I march up to them and I stomp right in front of them and I stand like this and I go, we're closed, you guys can come back tomorrow. Sorry, bye. They were like, we just gotta get one thing real quick. We just gotta get one thing real quick. Like, girl, why you acting like this? Why you being a bitch? Why you acting like this? You're a bitch. Like, probably called me that 12 times. Well, this is honestly not the way to get what you want by calling me this and by coming in here when we're closed and I'm telling you that you have to go. I told them because they would not leave. They kept trying to walk in. They kept walking past me. I said, I'm gonna call them all security on you. If you don't leave right now, I'm calling security. Oh, you go ahead and call security, you go ahead. Finally, I get them to leave, and as they're leaving and yelling at me and yelling profanities and calling me all these nasty names, they throw their Chipotle cups at me and get water and stuff all over me. All I have to say about that is look at me now. I am untouched by your tomfoolery, so good job. So when I worked at one retail store, I noticed a couple times when I was going into work, some guy was following me in his car. He'd be going really slow and he'd roll down the window and he would ask me, hey, I have a question. Hey, can you come here? You don't have to be nice to people, you guys. Like, if someone's being sketchy, just like nope that crap real quick. Like, nope, nope, nope. He just kept like following me super slow, saying he had a question. And I was like, no. So over the next like week or two, I keep seeing this dude like sitting there and I'm like, this is so weird. Every time I come to work, I got a stalker or something. I noticed it was like every time it was super late at night. And my friend, who I also worked with, said that he was being weird to her and he did the same thing and told her to come here. She said he was jacking off in his car. You really ain't got no place better to be. We reported that real quick to the mall authorities, mall police, whatever. After that, we didn't see him for a while, but it was just really creepy. Like, he would always follow me into work, and like I would get off work and he'd be waiting in the parking lot, and this is like an hour past closed. I started to get like real anxious, and then he was masturbating and showing people his peep, his little peep. just a little guy in the parking lot. Great. Yay, fun story. This isn't like so much of a horror story. It's a little hoary. It's a little hoary. Went to lunch with a friend during our work break. We had an hour break and we decided to get sushi, and when we were there, I was like, oh, they got a wine menu. We're in our work break, okay? But I was like, oh, I'll just have one glass. And he was like, yeah, I'll just have one too. Next thing you know, we're like 5 drinks deep, seeing how much alcohol we can get in on our break. Yes, I know. This was a very, very weird time for me, okay? This is a very weird time for all of us. We go back to work, we're pretty drunk. I don't think we got any work done for the rest of the day. He was very drunk, and people could tell, and I'm pretty sure he threw up. Sorry if you're watching this, Chris. I think you threw up. If you didn't throw up, then it was definitely Matt that threw up. Someone threw up. I remember someone threw up. And that is the story of why you should not drink at work. Obviously, I have like tons of other stories of, you know, customers being rude, being annoying. Oh, one time, I just remembered one. One time I found $200 on the ground, and I figured that someone would come back to get it because it's $200. Like, that's kind of a lot of money. Don't you think that's kind of a lot of money? I turned it in thinking I was doing the right thing, and nobody ever came and got it. Nobody missed it. And guess what? It just ended up going back into the pockets of this billion-dollar company when I'm over here struggling, can't pay my bills. But yes, you go ahead, you take that $200. You need it so much, girl. You need that money, yes. That really made me mad. I have another story. I don't know if it's good or not, but I'll just go ahead and tell it. Back in the day, I worked at a restaurant, and when I worked at this restaurant, I always got singled out by this manager, but it was dress code. So dress code was like, you had to have your hair up and you had to have your shirt tucked in. Hi, Baylor. Hi, Baylor. What are you doing? I saw you scratching your little ear. Oh! Ah! I'll scratch your ear for you. I did it. I got his ear. So, she would always single me out. And then one day, she was like really rude to me and really mean to me, and I don't know why. I don't really care to know why. Whatever, you got your own thing going on. Okay. She would single me out all the time. She would tell me, put your hair up, tuck your shirt in, which, like, it's dress code, so it doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but there'd be 5 hostesses. We would all have our shirts untucked, and we would all have our hair down, and she would only tell me to do it, and no one else. But one time, she told me to tuck my shirt in because it was untucked, and I tucked it in like a normal person. She was like, no, all the way, and physically tucked in my shirt around my body for me, her hand in my pants. Great, that's really cute. She also threw a dirty dish towel in my face one time because she said she was busy when I asked her where the towels were. Those are all of my retail horror stories / fun stories / whatever. I have had a lot of bad experiences, but I've also had a lot of good experiences and made good friends as well. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe down below, and let me know any of your retail horror stories. I know that you guys probably have some good ones, so let me know, girl. Oh, okay. Bye, guys.